forms of the parabola. In the parabola, we have different types of parabola. Okay, so forms are there. Okay, so in that form, first form is y square is equals to 4ax is the first form. This is also called as standard form. Okay, in this standard form, we have x-axis like this and y-axis, and the parabola starts from here. Okay, this is called vertex of the parabola. It is vertex of the parabola. Okay, so we have a, that is 0, 0 origin. Okay, and the axis divides the parabola into two parts, and here this is the focus. This is the focus, and the distance from focus to vertex and vertex to directrix are equal, and approximately the distance is equal to a. These two distances are equal, and the distance is equal to a unit. This side, okay, on the x-axis, right side positive a value, left side negative a value. Okay, so that's why the coordinates of focus becomes a comma 0 on x-axis, y coordinate is 0. Okay, so and here x coordinate is minus a, and the directrix x coordinate is minus a. That's why equation of directrix is x is equals to minus a is the equation of directrix. Okay, and what is vertex? Here from this diagram, from this equation, when equation is given like this, we have to write all the properties. We have to write all the properties. Okay, so that is nothing but here vertex. What is vertex here? Vertex is the origin, that is 0, 0, and focus. What is the focus here? A, 0 is the focus, and axis of the parabola. Axis of the parabola is x-axis. X-axis equation is y is equals to 0. Okay, and equation of directrix. What is the equation of directrix? Directrix is always perpendicular to the axis of the parabola. Okay, and axis is always perpendicular to the directrix. Both are perpendicular to each other. Okay, this directrix. Okay, so with equidistant from the so vertex and focus. Okay, so here x is equals to minus a, or we can write it as x plus a is equals to 0. Okay, if we take the second equation, y square is equals to minus 4ax minus negative sign represents the opposite side. Opposite side means, okay, so the first parabola opened in the right side, second parabola is going to open in the left side. Okay, so then we get the focus here. Focus is always inside the parabola. Okay, so focus s is equals to minus a comma 0, and here we have the vertex. Vertex a is equals to 0, 0. Okay, and the directrix. Directrix with the same distance we have in the right side. Okay, from the vertex. Left side a units, right side a units. X is equals to a. X is equal to a. Okay, or x minus a equals to 0 is the directrix, and axis is x-axis only, that is y is equal to 0. Okay, so once look at the properties here. Vertex is 0, 0 origin, and focus is minus a comma 0. Since it is in the left side, minus a comma 0. Okay, and y is equals to 0 is the axis. Axis is x-axis. Axis is x-axis. Okay, and directrix. If we take the equation of directrix, that is x is equals to a, or x minus a equals to 0. Okay, so afterwards, okay, so if we take the next one, okay, so that is third one. Okay, next one is third. Okay, if we take the third one, okay, so third equation is, since okay, so now here till now we discussed y square is equals to 4ax, y square is equals to minus 4ax. Now x square is equals to 4ay. X square is equals to 4ay. Okay, so in this equation, okay, so I am taking here x-axis and y-axis. This is x-axis and it is the y-axis here. Okay, so now how to draw the parabola? How do we draw the parabola? Okay, so we draw the parabola. Okay, so we draw the parabola upside. Okay, so parabola equation will be like this. Okay, so we get the parabola equation like this. Okay, so now this is the equation of the parabola. This is the equation of the parabola. Okay, means upside we get the parabola equation. Okay, so here we have the focus. focus is always we represent with S. And okay, so in the distance from vertex is the origin here, 0 comma 0 is the vertex. Okay, so and with the equidistant, okay, so A units upside, A units downside. Okay, so we get one directrix equation. We get the directrix. Okay, this is the directrix equation. Okay, so now here coordinates are, this is on the y-axis. Y-axis means x coordinate 0 and y coordinate is A. 0 comma A. 0 comma A. Okay, so next y is equals to minus A. Y is equals to minus A with the same distance and opposite side. Y is equals to minus A. Okay, this is the directrix. This is directrix. Okay, y is equals to minus A. And what about here with the properties? If you write the properties, all the properties, vertex. What is the vertex here? Okay, vertex is A is equals to origin, that is 0 comma 0, and focus. Okay, focus S is equals to 0 comma A, and axis of the parabola. Axis is okay, y axis here. Axis of the parabola is y axis. Axis is always symmetric line. It divides the parabola into two, okay, symmetric halves. Okay, so right side half and left side half both are same, looking like same. That is the axis. Okay, so axis is y axis, and equation of y axis is x is equal to 0. X is equals to 0. X is equals to 0 means this is a y axis. And the directrix. What about the directrix here? Directrix always, okay, we get the directrix equidistant, okay, from focus to vertex and vertex to directrix. The distance between these two are equal but opposite direction. That's why y is equals to minus A. Y is equals to plus A in the, okay, so upside and minus A in the downside. Okay, so or we can write it as y plus A is equals to 0. Okay, simply you remember this. Okay, and if we take the next one, here, fourth one, serial number 4, x square is equals to minus 4ay. X square is equals to minus 4ay. Okay, if we take this, so in this, what we get, just you can also guess. You can also guess here. Okay, so this is x-axis and y-axis. X-axis and y-axis. How we get the parabola? Okay, how we are going to get the parabola? Okay, so that is upside. Minus 4ay means we get the downside. The parabola, shape of the parabola is downside. Okay, so it will go like this, and inside the parabola, okay, we get the focus. Inside the parabola, we get the focus, and the distance from vertex is 0 comma 0. The distance from vertex to focus is A units, but it is in the downside. Okay, so it is minus A. The coordinates are minus A, 0 comma minus A. Okay, so now, okay, so here I am taking the line. This is the directrix here. Okay, so what is the equation of directrix? Equation of directrix. Okay, equation of directrix is y is equals to minus A downside, y is equals to plus A in the upside. Okay, so y is equals to plus A. Now, okay, what is the axis here? Y axis is only the axis. Here vertex. What is the vertex here? Vertex is A is equals to 0 comma 0 is the vertex, and focus. What is focus? Inside the parabola we have the focus, that is 0 comma minus A. 0 comma minus A. And axis of the parabola. What is the axis of the parabola? Y axis is only the axis of the parabola. Equation of y axis is x is equals to 0. X is equals to 0. X is equal to 0 or y axis. And directrix. Okay. Directrix is nothing but y is equals to A. Upside A units at the directrix, and downside A units we have the focus. Okay, y is equals to A, or we can write, okay, y minus A is equals to 0. Okay, you can remember anyone here. Okay, so now Okay, so if we go to the next one, these are the four very important. Based on these four, we have more four equations. More four equations. Okay, so now I am taking the next one. Okay, so fifth one. Okay, fifth one. Okay, what is the first equation? It's based on the first equation. Y square is equals to 4ax is the standard form, right? Okay, it's like that only. Y square is equals to 4ax. 4ax. Okay, in place of y, I am writing y minus k whole square is equals to 4a into, in place of x, I am writing x minus k. X minus k. Okay, so in all these four cases, okay, vertex is always origin. If vertex is not origin, if vertex is not origin, then how do we take? Okay, that is the question here. Okay, in all these remaining cases, okay, vertex is not origin. Okay, so some other point, we don't know that point, that's why I am taking the point as h comma k. Taking the point as h comma k. Okay, so if you take the diagram, okay, so we have x-axis here, we have x-axis and y-axis, x-axis and y-axis, and parabola. Okay, what is the shape of the parabola? Okay, how we get the parabola? So there is no change in the shape of the parabola. Okay, shape is right side only. Okay, already we know that. Okay, the shape is right side. Parabola shape is right side only. Okay, so but equations are little bit different. Okay, so now here this is the axis of the parabola. Axis of the parabola is different. Axis of the parabola is different here. Okay, so I am drawing the axis of the parabola. It is not x-axis and not y-axis. Okay, just it is, but it is parallel to x-axis. Axis of the parabola is parallel to x-axis. Okay, and here we have, okay, so the focus, here we have the focus, yes, and vertex is h comma k. Vertex a is equal to h comma k. Vertex a is equal to h comma k. Okay, from here again we have a units distance. Always the distance between the vertex and focus is a units only. Is a units only. Okay, that's why, okay, these coordinates becomes already till here. Okay, in the x direction, x coordinate h represents, okay, the distance from origin. This is the origin here. 0, 0 is the origin. Okay, so this is the x-axis. It is x-axis and it is y-axis. Y-axis. Okay, a is equals to h comma k is the vertex here. Okay, and focus. How do we write the focus coordinates? Okay, till here the distance in the x direction. Okay, so is h unit. This x coordinate is representing. We know the distance between these two. The distance between these two is a unit. The distance between a and s is a unit. So what we get here? Okay, this is h plus a. H plus a. Okay, and y coordinate. What about the y coordinate? Okay, so here there is no change in the y coordinate on this line, so that's why we get k as it is. We get k as it is. This is y is equals to k line. Okay, on this line. Okay, so this is y is equal to k line parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis. Y is equals to k line. This y is equal to k only axis of the parabola. Axis of the parabola, and it is parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis. And if we take the directrix, okay, how do we take the directrix? With the same a units distance, we take in the left side. Take in the left side. Okay, how to write the directrix equation? How do we write the directrix equation? Okay, so here, this is the x coordinate. Okay, so it passes through the x coordinate and parallel to y axis. It is parallel to y axis. Okay, that's why we get the equation like this. X is equal to till here we know the length, that is a unit. We know the length, okay, a unit, h units, and the left side minus a units. Okay, if you subtract x is equal to h minus a, we get the x coordinate here. Okay, that is only x is equal to h minus a line. Okay, so that means what is the vertex here? Okay, so vertex is a is equals to h comma k. What is the focus? Focus is h plus a comma k. Okay, and what is the axis of the parabola? Y is equals to k is the axis of the parabola. What is the directrix here? Directrix is x is equal to h minus a, or we can write it as x minus h plus a equal to 0. X minus h plus a equal to 0. Okay, and next if you take the sixth one, okay, it is fifth one is like first one and sixth one like second one. Okay, same equation but opposite. Okay, that means y minus k whole square, y square is equals to minus 4ax model, minus 4ax, from x subtracting h, from y subtracting k. Okay, y minus k whole square is equals to minus 4a into x minus h. Okay, so now we draw the, okay, so x axis and y axis. Okay, it is similar to the, okay, so second one, almost similar to the second one. Okay, but the properties like fifth one. Okay, so now we draw the, okay, so parabola here. Parabola shape of the parabola is okay, so like the above, and which side we have to open? Okay, which side? Left side or right side? Okay, which side we have to open here? This is a parabola here. This is a parabola. So now, okay, if we draw the parabola, okay, so we get it like this. Okay, so here in this equation also, okay, this is a vertex. Vertex is a is equal to h comma k only. Okay, if the vertex is not origin, we can take this all these equations. Okay, so here vertex is a is equals to h comma k. Vertex is a is equal to h comma k, and okay, so left side a units, right side a units. Left side we have inside the parabola focus. Okay, that is s is equals to, okay, till here we know the value, that is h and minus a. Okay, that means h minus a, and what about y coordinate on this line? Y coordinate is equal, okay, so that is k only. Okay, if you take the directrix, what about the directrix? So directrix is equidistant from the, okay, vertex. This is the directrix here. This is the directrix, and what about the coordinates for this directrix? Okay, x is equal to till here the units, the length is h units, x coordinate, okay, of vertex is representing, okay, x units distance we have from the origin, okay, and from always the distance between a and okay, so vertex and directrix, okay, a units, okay, we have to add a right side. If you are going right side, add a. If you are going left side, okay, subtract a, like that. Okay, and now I am adding a. Okay, so now here vertex already be written here, that is h comma k, and focus. Okay, what about the focus? Focus s is equals to h minus a comma k. H minus a comma k is the focus, and axis. What is the axis of the parabola? Axis is always parallel to the x-axis. Okay, that means y is equals to k. What is the axis here? Y is equals to k is the axis, and it is parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis. Okay, and what about the directrix? Directrix is nothing but x is equal to h plus a, or x minus h plus minus a is equals to 0, equals to 0. Okay, so these are the properties of fifth and sixth one, fifth and sixth equation. Okay, now we go to the next equation. Okay, so that is seventh one. Okay, if we take the seventh one, it's like third equation. Okay, so how is the third equation? X square is equals to 4ay. Okay, from x we are subtract h, x minus h whole square is equals to 4a into y. From y subtract k. Okay, so it's like third equation only, x square is equals to 4ay, but in place of x writing x minus h whole square, and in place of y I am writing y minus k. Okay, so now here I am taking the x-axis, I am taking the x-axis here and y-axis here. I am taking the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, how to draw that? Okay, so parabola, it is upside. Okay, already we discussed. Okay, so the equation of the parabola is upside or downside? Upside. Okay, so we take the equation like this. We take the equation like this. Okay, so now here I am going to draw the diagram parabola. Okay, it is upside. Okay, so like this we get the parabola. Okay, and what about the okay, this is the axis of the parabola, axis of the parabola. Okay, and okay, so with the A units, okay, we have the focus here. S is the focus here. Okay, and this is a vertex. Vertex is always remember. Okay, in first four cases, vertex is origin 0, 0, and the next four cases, okay, A is equals to h comma k is the vertex. Okay, so A is equals to h comma k is the vertex here. Okay, so now here A units always the distance from vertex to focus and vertex to directrix, the distance is always equal. Okay, so upside A units positive. Okay, we have to add. Okay, when we are coming downside, we have to subtract. Okay, that means from here to here, the h value is same. On this line, h value is same. There is no change. Write the h as it is. And okay, the distance from x-axis is going on increasing, decreasing. So that means we have change in the y coordinate. Change in the y coordinate here. Okay, so add a to the k y coordinate, k plus a. Okay, so till here, okay, the distance from x-axis k units. From here to here, a to s distance is always k, that is fixed. And if we are coming downside, it is minus a. That means we get the equation as y is equals to k minus a, subtracting a. Okay, so here this equation, what is this equation here? X is equal to h equation. Okay, on this line, for all these coordinates, x value is h only. Okay, so that means here vertex is a is equals to h comma k, and focus, what is the focus here? Focus s is equal to h comma k plus a. Okay, and axis of the parabola, that is okay, x is equal to h, and directrix y is equals to k minus a, or we can write it as y minus k plus a equal to 0. Okay, and the next eighth case. Okay, so here it is same like the previous one. Here x minus h whole square is equals to minus 4a into y minus k. Okay, so that is nothing but, so how do we get the equations here? So I am drawing the, okay, so x axis here and y axis here, x axis and y axis. How do we draw the parabola? Okay, so the equation of the parabola is downside. Okay, the parabola equation is downside like this. Okay, now, okay, what about the axis here? This is the axis of the parabola. It is the axis of the parabola. So after taking the axis, what about the, okay, so focus and vertex. Vertex is always, okay, a is equals to h comma k. This is the case when the vertex is not origin. We can take any value. H comma k is the vertex here. A is equals to h comma k is the vertex here. So I am taking the same a units distance from A to S, focus, A to S, focus value here. Okay, so on this line, okay, this is h units. There is no change in the h value. Okay, but k value changes. The distance from x axis, okay, changes here, k minus a. Okay, so and here, okay, so the line is directrix and x is equals to, y is equals to k plus a. Okay, that means vertex is h comma k and focus s is equal to h comma k minus a, and axis, what about the axis here? Axis is x is equal to h, x is equal to h and y is equal to k